Welcome back. Tractor Supply was one of the bigger beneficiaries during COVID as consumers looked for outdoor ways to spend their time, and they never really looked back. The shares are still up about 20% since then, despite being down about 3% on earnings today. And it turns out chicken buying amid high egg prices is now driving customer traffic. Joining me is CEO of Tractor Supply, Hal Lawton. Hal, it's great to have you here. Welcome.
Hi, Kelly. Good afternoon. Thanks for having me on the show.
Of course, I looked into chicken buying myself. Now, because at some point you go through so many, you think this makes sense, but it's very complicated. And then there's bird flu to contend with.
We would hope to be able to make the poultry and chicken passion and hobby much less complex. If you came in as a customer to our store and 1 in 5 of our customers raises chickens now.
Wow.
It's one of our larger categories for us. We are seeing a lot of potential momentum and bright outlook for the category for this year. And for us, it's while poultry is a big business for us, it's also really a way to just kind of navigate our customers into broader backyard homesteading, whether it's gardening, of course, pets and animals, and other small animals as well. But it's a unique and only Tractor Supply kind of retail theater.
Yeah, no, 1 in 4 of your customers is doing this now. That's amazing. I give credit to anyone who's doing any of what you just mentioned because I struggle mightily. So what happened in the quarter? Why was it softer?
Yeah, we had a very solid quarter in the fourth quarter and closed the year strong. We had positive comps again for the year. We're one of only a small number of retailers that have had positive comps all 5 years, kind of post-COVID. And as you said in the opening, really haven't given back any of the large gains we've had over the last 5 years. But it was a nice quarter for us, and we're already off and running here in 2025. The month of January is a nice solid month for us. We really support our customers across all facets of life out here, which includes any sort of cold weather needs. And so January was a nice solid month for us, off and running well in 25. We've got a whole bunch of new initiatives that we've launched this year that are stacking on top of the existing initiatives we've been working on the last 4 or 5 years. So
yes.
Exciting year ahead of us.
Some of the analysts think, as with many retailers, disinflation's kind of a headwind too. At some point those prices, if they're not going up, maybe the margin or top line numbers. So tell me about tariffs. Hal, what did you experience during the first Trump administration? What do you expect now?
Yeah, certainly we've got a playbook from 2018 where we navigated the tariffs that were placed on goods at that time. And we've certainly dusted that playbook off and we'll be using that as a starter. Obviously, we're all waiting to see how this plays out. And it's kind of anyone's guess as to what percentages in what countries. But we've got a tried and true playbook that blends a little bit of it back. It's roughly kind of a third, a third, a third. You're putting some of it back on the manufacturer. We're finding some ways inside of our P&L to offset the impact of the tariff, and then some maybe pass along to the customer as well. But that's how we think about it. We've got a proven playbook for that. And I would point out that Tractor Supply on a relative basis is far less exposed to tariffs than many companies in the U.S. and the vast majority of retailers, with only about 12% of our business direct import.
Wow.
And less than 70% of that direct import business comes from China. So it's a less than 10% of our business that would be impacted by any sort of Chinese tariff.
Well, I appreciate you joining. I'm thinking about, chickens eat ticks. That was one of the attractions for me as well. My husband's going to be like, oh, no, here we go again. My neighbor had chickens for years.
With the kids, you've got to be all ready for that. It's the perfect family hobby.
I don't know. I'm really bad at this. Hal, thanks very much. I hope to check back in soon. Hal Lawton is the CEO of Tractor Supply.